we have tall targets as a country. We have tall targets. We towards sustainability, towards becoming a 5 trillion economy, and of course, like the number of jobs which have been created. So I think with the greater partnership with the government. So whichever schemes are getting launched, for example, the Prime Minister's internship scheme, which is in these days. So at Maruti, we have resolved that we are going to partner with the government, and irrespective of whatever our internal policies are, we are just going to commit at least 2,000 number of internships as part of that scheme. And that's irrespective of all qualifications. It is diploma, it is BTech. We might not hire those people in our regular scheme of things. We don't have any roles for the regular BCom or BA people in our organization. However, we have still made this commitment that yes, we are going to welcome all these kind of people in the workforce for a larger cause, which is like making the youth employable. And I think the organizations which stand in that, which have that wherewithal, which have the opportunity to make that impact, they should partner with this kind of schemes and just do their bit. And over the period of time, I think there is no rocket science or something or magic wand that we can fulfill the talent gap. But yeah, doing our bit one by one is, I think, the way forward. Thank you.
So just to add to your point, one is internship program, the other is apprentice program. I'm sure many of you know apprentice program run by government. I think along with private companies, government is also investing hugely on skill development. So much so that many industries used to struggle to hire people on min wage because they're not skilled. If you really look at these programs, they offer stipend as low as 5,000 rupees. They also give them reimbursement after they complete their training. Apprentice program, for example, for graduates, fresher you're talking about, for graduates, they reimburse 1,500 rupees every month to them as a program. Obviously, organizations like us also get benefit out of it because we are not liable to deposit PF and gratuity and so forth and so on. So that's a saving which we have, but we generate employment. The second model, which has evolved over a period of time, especially Rajiv, tier 2 and tier 3 cities rather, if you really source people who are near misses, they would want to come and invest in their learning. And we at an org level train those people in tier 3 cities in our office, and they are okay not to be paid as well, by the way. They're more worried about picking up a job at a later stage, maybe 10 days, 15 days, and it can be done in office or outside office through training AI or in-person classroom training. But really in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, people are more inclined to learn more and more and upskill themselves instead of worrying about money first. Their mentality is very different, that let's get a job and let's see what happens to our career. Especially those people who don't want to move out of the city. We have offices in Ranchi, Baroda, Vizag locations, and we see that happening in large numbers. Last year, we trained almost 3,500 people in these cities with no cost, and we employed almost 85% people of that. Obviously, skill gap is much higher, than you can't do much about it because you can't stretch beyond a certain time frame. But I think if you focus on near misses with different skills, and this is only for fresher because experience will not going to come in, but I think that model is evolving. The other piece is, I don't know how many of you know, in Haryana specifically, there is a Haryana Skill University. We have embedded foreign language courses within the university. So it's a 3-year program where people learn. Our trainer goes there, train foreign language like German and French for 9 months. They come on board with us as interns. When we have season, they go back to college, do their internship again in the college for 6 months, come back again to us and work for us for 9 months. Those models are evolving, is what I'm saying. So government is investing, organizations are investing. I think government is also supporting in terms of expense by launching programs like internship and apprentice program. So just wanted to add to you.
Just add to add, one of the unique programs HCL runs, I don't know how many have heard of it. We engage as early as high school. We have a tech week program where we go higher, not higher, but talk to these. We go 12th grads, especially the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, where we feel there is a skill gap. And we've successfully run that model for the last 5 years, where we go engage them at the 12th grade, and they are given we are NSDC approved course, where they're given a combination of classroom education and on-the-job training. Once they finish and they attain 18 years, they absorb into the company as, and they can also pursue higher studies. We are tied up with IIMs, Fritz Pilani. So that model really worked for us, and that especially is going to give these young kids in the rural areas to give them a shape in career. And you won't believe me, in the last 6 years, the attrition rate in this batch is only 2%, right? So they're really passionate about learning. And at that young age, we were able to get that into the system, and it lasts for long. And we got a lot of success in that. We started off as a pilot. Mr. Nadar was very passionate about doing something and giving back to the community. We started off that really worked for us. And there's a lot of businesses which are eager to take these kids because there's a lot of energy in them.
We've had a very lively discussion. Gurjeet, we'd love to sort of hear from you. And we of course want to make sure that there's dinner and drinks after this. So Gurjeet, over to you.
Hi everyone, this is Gurjeet from TechM. I lead the hiring functions for India for offshore businesses and for IT operations. So great hearing, all the thoughts, and then we've seen the demo for the tool and platform, how we can attract and build more capabilities of hiring, month on month, year on year. Especially, when we represent a bulk hiring stage or maybe, contact center operations. So Yogesh spoke about it, Rajiv spoke about it. Okay, we are kind of working in a dynamics which is hiring 50,000 resources year on year. Okay, that's how the BP operations work, contact center market is operating. And majority of the hiring that we are doing, 80% of them are coming at an entry level. And these people are doing, either they are into call taking jobs, or either they are, into customer service roles, or they are into different kind of non-technical jobs. TechM as an organization, they have diversity of portfolio that they can pick up people for the top of the layer of the projects, whether it is analytics, ML, or it could be, high-on tech, coders, RPA developers, IT infra, many things. You can go to the top colleges of the country and then you can hire a set of people. Then you have the middle size of the pyramid where you go to tier 1 or tier 2 colleges and then attract people for, let's say, offshore businesses. Then we come to the bottom of the pyramid, which is the tier 3, tier 4 colleges. My personal experience with the tier 3 colleges has been not that great because you cannot put them directly to the job or directly to the training because of the soft skill issues, for example. That's a major issue that we experience. And now, for example, we are hiring people for customer service processes or maybe for any chat or email processes. You need people who can talk to the customer, who can articulate their sentences properly, and they can provide the solution to the customer, whether they are working in the enterprise vertical or whether they are working in the consumer vertical. In the whole scheme of things, what we are discussing right now is how to attract Gen Zs, okay, and retain them in the business. After some time, these call-taking jobs will become monotonous and people will start leaving, and they either, leave people jobs for better opportunities, maybe for a change in profile or maybe for a better compensation. Majority of them, they go absconding also. That's the ground reality in the BPO market, right? Now, with considering all these things, how do we hire people? We spoke about PM internship plan that most of the organizations are currently working, and they are screening people, these days. Apprenticeship program, whether it is NATS or NAPS, these are traditional programs that most of the organizations are already working with this. You're trying to create a larger network in the whole ecosystem, right? How to attract a bigger market. Currently, this year, we are hiring 50,000 people. Every contact center organization wants to hire 70,000 people next year. Okay, the volume is business in a BPO market. How do we hire 70,000 people? How do we go to a bigger market? Tier 1 markets are getting saturated, right? Either because of the competition or maybe because of the talent pool. There are 10, 15 companies, within the tier 1 markets where the talent pool is getting rotated. Okay, so now your pool is exhausted. Now you want to go to a tier 2 or tier 3 stage to attract fresh talent. Then we are setting up centers in tier 3 locations so that people can find their job opportunities locally. We are already existing and operating with cities like Bhubaneswar, Warangal, Vishakhapatnam, Mangalore. Also, we started our operations recently, and we started hiring people, at a freshers level. Second, which is most important thing, is talking about to increase our hiring productivity and to increase our network. We are working with large network communities like NSTC, NASSCOM, where we have access to the larger pool of universities, and then we can go to those colleges. Whether there is a college back in Belgaum, it can be in Madurai, it can be in Coimbatore, it can be in Ranchi, Bhubaneswar, MP, Bhopal, all the tier 2, tier 3 cities. Now, the problem statement is that these people are not job ready. Okay, that's when the industry specific program comes into play, where in the last semester we are providing some specific curriculum so that we can train people on it. TechM as an organization, we are very heavy on the telco side. All right, followed by you have e-commerce space, we have customers from healthcare, banking, finance, all these sectors. So we are designing special curriculum in order to train those students in the final semester and also give them some stipend money so that people are engaged. At the same time, we are working very closely with universities, multiple universities as of now, and we are setting up a COE program, okay, wherein we want to set up some incubation centers within the college premises and then train people. Okay, so that means at one point in time, you're going for a pre-placement talk where you're talking about the organizations, what do we do, how we do it,